Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Author Doc B. She's in the building. And guess what? We have a special treat for you tonight, as always. You are here with your girl. She is bringing it to the table. And tonight, we are having a special guest and by the name of Althea and Althea L. And she is going to be discussing holistic health and wellness for the African Americans. Guess what? It is Black History Month. Yes, and we are bringing it to the table. Let me just go on and click like and share, people. Please click like and share because we are going live. We are on live right now. And I'm going to bring her in just a minute. But first, we are going to make sure that all our viewers are able to see us. Okay, we want to make sure we are every platform is set up because sometimes I don't get it right. So I want to get it right now today. Bring It to the Table is a place where we address everyday people like me and you know, people who have overcome, conquered, and survived anything and are living beyond their dreams. And we're going to hear the backstory because we all have a backstory. We're going to hear the backstory and we are going to ask a few questions and we are going to find out what's going on with the health and wellness of the Black community and why it is important that we need to find out about this holistic stuff. So we're going to dive right into it. We're going to find out what holistic health and wellness is all about. We're going to ask questions of the audience. You all can just chime right in. Please click like and share. You can go to www.author.b.com to purchase books and other materials that I have on my website. You can also go to my YouTube page, author.b, bringing it to the table, and to join right now if you like. You can just come right on in. And please don't be afraid to ask questions in the chat and you can share. Join in, please. We like an interactive audience. That's what we like here, you know. So without further ado, we are going to bring on Althea. Althea Elm is her name, and she is going to be talking about holistic health and wellness tonight. Okay, this is what is going on tonight. All right, let's bring her on right now. Somebody's giving us hugs and love and all that stuff. Let's get her in the studio. Althea, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Queen.
How are you? Hi,
Assalamu alaikum.
sister.
All right. How are you?
Good. Nervous, of course,
Why? Why are you nervous?
because um, because I'm human. I'm to say that because I'm human.
Okay.
It's just natural, right?
Right. We'll take that. We'll take that. And so I have a whole bunch of questions about this
Uh,
holistic health and wellness. And you got a lot of people on supporting you. Did you know that?
no, I don't.
Yeah, you have a lot of supporters. Miss Juanita is on. You got us another sister on. Uh there's quite a few people on. Well, you should know that you are on in 3 different countries and four
Wow.
different platforms in the United States of America. Yeah. Audience have grown. You up in the South now. We're up in the East now. We're up in the all the way up in the, closer to Canada now. Got some people listening.
Thanks for heightening my jitters. I
I'm
appreciate.
happy. I'm happy to broaden,
Yeah.
and get people to spread the love and spread the awareness. And it's Black History Month. We need to know some things, you know. And how did you feel when I first gave you the idea of coming on to the podcast? How did you feel?
I'm gonna try to describe it because it's hard. Something that occurs spiritually is hard to put into words. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because it's something I had been wanting to do, something I used to do before the pandemic. I used
Mm-hmm.
to nursing homes and restaurants and private homes and different venues like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
did presentations about my essential oils. I used to give
Mm-hmm.
samples, flyers, and when the pandemic came, I could
Mm-hmm.
not. do it any longer. And
Okay.
my spirit, like God had given me that as a vehicle to impart this knowledge, and it's like I couldn't do it. So I
Mm-hmm.
lay back, I said, well, let me see what else he might have for me. And so
Mm-hmm.
that moment, and then opportunities just started coming to me. It's like it found me. I didn't go searching, like you. I didn't call and ask you like, oh, can I
Mm-hmm.
show? I never thought about that. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for that, someone else asked me too. So, it's like it's a blessing because
Yeah. Mhm. Right.
yes.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, my sister, my queen is here. Let me just say this, Kasana. I know you're on here. I'm going to just say it because I think I never did before. There is a woman on right now who is listening, Sister Kasana from Texas. She's on right now. And honestly, in 2018, when I was fighting cancer out there, she prayed for me and she prayed and she prayed. She was the one who first gave me an idea of a podcast. She
Hmm.
did. She gave me this idea. She planted this seed. In fact, she first had me, I believe, on her show and in her girlfriend's show that when my book first came out. So I never thanked her. I don't think publicly. And now we're all over the place. So I just want to say thank you, Sister Kasana, for planting the seed and praying for me and doing all that you did for this expansion because I'm in Atlanta now and all these things is happening and doors are opening. So I just want to say thank you while you're on tonight. You were on last night too. So your support is amazing. And I am a part of her club as well. Hello, Wanda. Thank you for joining. Thank you all. Yes, that's exactly what happened. It really did happen. Kasana, you remember that? We were talking about this black table. We were having a conversation about Jada Pickett, the red table, I believe that at that time. Remember, Kasana? And you were like, we should do something. And I said, well, yeah, we should. And then something happened with you, something happened with me. And then I just went on and then I continued. And next thing you know, I started bringing it to the table. So you, the one who put the seed inside of me to continue and move on. And I wrote the book and then I was on the radio and all these doors started opening after she told me this. I just think that we should pay homage to people that planted these seeds inside of us to do these things. And then when we see them grow, right, and they start manifesting, that we should just, give them their flowers right now while they are here. So I love you, sister, and thank you so much. I can't wait to get to Texas to see you. Oh, thank you. I know. They saying they're proud of me. I know. I'm proud of you too. I see all the stuff you're doing. I can't wait to get that book of yours. Got to get you on the podcast too. So holistic for African Americans. Why is that important? Tell us what this holistic thing is all about.
Well, for me, for so long, our parents did the best that they could as far as what
Mm-hmm,
they knew about eating.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And our history, a lot of times we were left with whatever the slave master didn't want, was throw it
mm-hmm,
out. So we had to,
mm-hmm,
spice it up with salt and to make it taste good and all that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
That's it, and we lived through it. We're alive. But
mm-hmm,
today, what's out there, we have to learn, be retrained because of high blood pressure, diabetes, tend to really high with our people,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
because only because we don't know.
mm-hmm,
Um, so I do a lot of research.
mm-hmm,
My parents suffer with high blood pressure,
mm-hmm,
the whole 9 yards,
mm-hmm,
heart, and there are diseases that can be prevented. But
mm-hmm,
but when you go to the doctor, they don't tell you how to really prevent it. They'll give you something to mask the pain, which causes more side effects, which causes you to need more drugs,
mm-hmm,
And so it's about learning how to eat more healthy, like
mm-hmm.
staying away from processed foods like sausage, bacon, and um, fried foods, and
Mm-hmm.
Holistic, when you talk about holistic, you're talking about overall wellness, not just
Mm-hmm.
physical. You're talking
Mm-hmm.
about emotionally and spiritually as well. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you deal with a person, you don't just deal with the physical ailment. You deal
Okay.
with the whole person.
Okay.
So that's holistic for me. You touch in every area.
Well, yeah, I know for me with my profession as a therapist, a clinical therapist,
Hmm.
and then the psychology world, because my master's is in psychology, but I know holistic for us is anything that the patient want and need to work on to make them feel
Oh,
whole
yes.
or to
Yeah.
make them be complete and to
Oh,
whole. And then with even with my coach was
mhm.
Movita. Movita was my coach, my business coach, and in her coaching style, she threw holistic in there too. I was like, well, what do you mean holistic? And she says, well, your brand is missing something. What is it that your brand is missing to make it complete, whole? That's what I'm here for. And we'll put a 90-day plan into getting. I didn't even need the 90-day plan. I was almost there at the end. And it was
Hmm.
like 40 days. That was it. I was done.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like almost there. Like she was giving me homework and stuff, and I was like done. I was doing it, you know.
Yeah. Doing
So
it.
with holistic health and wellness, you're talking about foods and
Yes.
natural things.
One thing people have to understand, because I went through a transformation when I retired, and I
Mhm.
put all this weight. I was over 200 something pounds.
Mm.
I went through a whole journey, but what people I have to understand, it's no one thing that's going to make you, like you said, whole.
Mhm.
It's just eating the right foods. It's
Mhm.
just exercising. You know,
Mhm.
just drinking protein shakes. It's
Mhm.
an equation. You have parts. Everything is
Mhm.
this. And
Mhm.
it's consistency and discipline. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy,
Gotcha.
but
Gotcha.
everything don't happen overnight. Because I'm
Gotcha.
work on things. In other words, I still eat dairy cheese, which I know is not good. So I learned
Mm.
to make cheese. I did learn how to make cheese, but I'm just in that process now, like teeter tottering
Mhm.
overnight. And I make my own veggie burgers now. I used to
Mhm.
store all
Wow.
black beans, and it's so much more nutritious. I may eat meat once a week, but it
Wow.
start overnight. It was just
Mhm.
a process, and because
Gradual.
that I'm off of blood pressure medication. I'm no longer on diabetes medication, and it
Wow.
tell you that you can reverse it with your diet. Like I said, I was over 200 pounds, and I went to my doctor, and someone had told me about this supplement, a homeopathic supplement called berberine, and
Uh-huh.
it's good for blood sugar, lowers your blood sugar.
Mhm.
I went to my doctor and I asked him about it. He says,
Mhm.
"I about that." And he didn't even bother to investigate. He just kept me on that medication. But you know what I said?
Oh,
Well,
that's
everybody,
their business. That's a business for them.
exactly. But people have to remember your doctor works for you. You don't work for your doctor. Your
Mm.
doctor what's going on, and he's supposed to advise you. He can recommend, but he works for you. So he told me that he wasn't going to take me off. He don't know about berberine.
Mhm.
So you know
Mhm.
what I said? I said, thank you for your input. So
Mhm.
to get it anyway. He called me 2 days later and says, "Oh, you don't have to take that anymore because my blood sugar levels was that low." But had I not said anything, I will probably still be taking it. That's why it's so important. We have to take responsibility for our own. Like the brother who first, like you said, who planted the seed. The brother named Reggie Smith that first planted the seed, as far as me airing my experience, because we
Mhm.
were talking one time and I was cooking and
Uh-huh.
we talked about our health and everything. He said, "Oh, won't you come on the show? We need to learn how to, live better and eat better and things like that."
Yeah.
Planted that seed. And he survived AIDS himself, and HIV. He was about to die. He survived it, And
From holistic meals and food
right,
and cooking
exactly,
and stuff.
exactly. So
Somebody in the chat, people in the chat, they going crazy. Let me tell you, they're saying, "Oh my God, this is good. Good evening, everybody. This Mr. Charles is here. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Mr. Good. Thank you." Woo, they all in there. Let me tell you, they're
well,
saying, "Write it down, put it in the thing."
it's about research. Like I got into my strength is essential
Well,
oils.
wait a minute, sister. They're asking for the name of. They saying put the name of the stuff in the chat. Go on this and that. Y'all asking for a whole bunch of stuff here. Now hold on.
Oh, I can't see the
They say
chat.
be. Oh, somebody saying be your own advocate for your health. That's what you did.
You have to do, like, when somebody calls me and says they have some kind of issue, and I'll prescribe them some kind of oil because I do essential oils. And
Oh,
every essential oil always have multiple uses. So they might want clove oil because they have a toothache. But you know what I tell them? Google clove oil. There's so many other uses for it. It kills
mm.
pain. It's antiseptic
Okay.
and
Say the one for the blood pressure because they having a fit. Let me put this in the chat. What's the one for the blood pressure?
okay. Now I'm gonna tell you my thing with the blood pressure. What
Okay.
happened with blood pressure was, like I said, when I retired and I got up to 200 something pounds, and I needed to lose weight because my blood pressure was going up anyway. So I Googled and I did my research and I looked for a recipe. And what they gave me was to take an 8-ounce glass of water, put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of cayenne pepper,
Y'all
and
better be writing this stuff
every
down.
every morning on an empty stomach. All right,
Mhm.
I did that. It cut my appetite. It revved up my
Ooh.
burn fat right away. It upped my immune system. You
What?
know, then I would go on to the gym because it would cut my appetite. Go on to the gym, take my smoothie, and if I get on a bike, if I take 1 drop of peppermint oil and put it in
Uh-huh.
my water bottle, it takes my appetite away. Because before I did that, I used to go to the gym, get on the bike for like 20 minutes. And the whole time I'm on the bike, I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat when I get off the bike. And,
Mm.
I remember planning my breakfast. But one day I put the peppermint oil in my bottle and I went more than 20 minutes and I didn't think about eating. So I
Wow.
stuff worked. So I came down. Look,
So you
the
can't say psychologically that's a mindset type of situation. You can't say that. You
well, that's everything's connected. That's part of it too. You have
okay.
in your mind, you have to say, you have to, because oils and plants is what God gave us to use
Okay.
for our health
Okay.
and wellness.
Okay. You
So
talking heavy. You talking heavy, sis.
everything He gave us to help us get well, He wants to live good. So
Uh-huh.
I felt blessed that I got to know about the oils and the plants, and
Mm-hmm.
that's started doing the presentations. It was
Yes.
like it came to me. I never thought I would be doing this. When someone
Mm-hmm.
first introduced me to oils, I had a headache one day. I was at work. A
Mm-hmm.
coworker said, "Oh, I have something," and she put something dab behind my ears, put some behind my neck, on my forehead a little bit. It smelled really good. And the next thing I know, the headache went away because I'm trying to stay away from pills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I, what was that? And she told me lavender oil. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, oil. So of course I did my research and found
Mm-hmm.
out if you have any oil, have lavender oil because it's more uses than anything else. It's the one oil you don't have to dilute. And there's so many uses for it. It fades dark marks. You know what I mean? So I make
Ooh.
eyes under, it has so many uses. There's so many oils. People call me,
Well, there it is, folks. Somebody
you
said good
know,
information. Wow, this is good. She giving up the tea, honey.
yeah,
You heard it right here on Bring It to the Table. She is telling you some
sea
stuff that
moss. You have
sea
to
moss. She ain't get to the sea
see.
moss yet. They said yes. They said preach, honey. They said yes. She
Oh,
preaching. You
gotta
giving
get.
it up.
Hey, sea moss, when you do sea moss contains 92 of the 102 minerals our body needs. 92. Nothing else contains that many in it. It has no real taste in it. And I put in a smoothie. And what it does, it absorbs the fat cells and you eliminate them. It
Mm,
also absorbs bad bacteria in your gut. You know,
mm.
so I do that every day. And that's what really, look, I had some problems with some gastritis because of medications they gave me. I was
Yeah.
in 2 days with pains all in my stomach. They couldn't figure out what it was. They kept saying it was in my head. They gave me Depakote for the thing they said in my head. That
Ooh.
they gave me made me had a seizure. I woke up one morning and the side of my face was going like this and wouldn't stop.
Wow.
God, it did stop. And then I started getting headaches. And ever since then, my mouth been kind of twisted. So I could talk, even still now, I talk a little funny, but that don't stop
Yeah.
me that. But
Ooh.
that I cannot take any more medications. So when I started that CMOS, guess what? Because I had diarrhea for like 3 months. I had a colonoscopy. They couldn't find that was wrong. When I started doing the CMOS, guess what? I have no problem. My stomach, not only did it get better, my stomach shrunk. I can't eat as much. I get full so fast. So I was able to
Wow.
wait without even trying to diet.
Oh, y'all heard it right here on Bring It to the Table. Y'all hear Miss Althea Al. You are listening to Bring It to the Table with your girl, Author Doc B. She's in the building, and the people are going ballistic. I don't think I had this many viewers in a minute. People
Uh,
saying, believe in yourself. They saying, wow. They saying, you better preach. They saying, good information. Y'all hear it? She's saying sea moss and peppermint oil and essential oils and natural stuff and holistic stuff. Let me tell you something. Woo, y'all better come on and click like and share. Guess what? And please,
The best rice you can eat is wild rice. Nothing wrong with brown rice, but wild rice is the best rice you could possibly eat out of all the rices, even purple rice.
can y'all
Wild.
do me a favor? Please share this broadcast with someone right now. Everyone who is on this broadcast, this is for the black and brown people. People,
Yeah, we
please
we take this.
share. This is Black History Month.
My
Please.
brother Reggie Smith, I mentioned that planted that seed. He wrote a book, and you know what he says, and it's so true. I'm trying to think. He says, if you don't participate in your survival, you are complicit in your demise.
Woo
And
wee.
like, cause he wrote a book, and it's called Resurrection. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And oh my God.
Wow.
And that's how I got started on one of his networks. And every other
Wow.
Thursday, I have a broadcast and we're talking about holistic things. Last
Mhm.
week, we did it on breathing for relaxation. That's something else. As African Americans, we need to know how to not respond to our feelings and react
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
end up getting locked up until, we're targets anyway. So we have
Yeah.
to learn ways that we can just bring it down in the
Mhm.
moment. You know what I mean? Like be able to breathe in such a way that will bring our blood pressure down, our heart won't as fast, and so we won't get in so much trouble. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
with her. And my next show is next Thursday. It's going to be on the chakras, the energy centers. See, because everything.
Ooh. Yeah, I had a chakra read before quite a few times at the spiritual retreats that I attend once a
Okay,
year.
right, yeah, and
Mhm.
we had one on sea moss and kefir. Kefir is another drink you can get in the market.
Oh,
It's a
she dropping
fermented
it. Y'all
drink.
better write this stuff down. Kefir. Y'all heard her.
Kefir, and that's a fermented drink, and that gives you good gut bacteria. See, you have this vagus nerve that runs from your stem of your brain into your gut. Okay,
Mm.
two-way street there. So if you have a healthy gut, you have a healthy brain, and vice versa. I found that.
Wow.
Yes, and you can massage it. If you massage, you always on an upward swing. So that vagus nerve, you have one on each side. So when you're afraid and your heart start racing real fast, so the way to relax that is through breathing, because the essence, the
Mhm.
life force, our breath is our life
Yeah,
force.
I learned
That,
that in biopsychology.
yes, when I think of my breath, I'm like, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be alive. You know what I mean? Number one, so that keeps the forefront. But it's about taking responsibility for our health. Even what we, even I try to follow my spirit. That's the spiritual part.
Mhm.
Try not to listen to me a lot of times.
Mhm.
In my relationships with people, try to be humble, because that's all part about getting well too. That's the other
Mhm.
part of the holistic. It's not just physical. It's just not mental. It's also spiritual too.
Mhm.
Um, So me wanting to impart this information to people,
Wow.
that's part of my calling, because I didn't go looking to do this. I'm gonna tell you how, like I said, when I got started doing the oils, because I liked it, and I never tried to sell it to nobody. But then when people
Tell
started
us more about the essential oils, though.
okay, now essential oils, they're plant extracts. It's a what they call volatile subject. The reason why they call it volatile, because when you put it on your skin, it doesn't stay on the skin. It turns to a vapor. It
Uh-huh.
turns to a vapor, and that's how it's penetrated. It takes 20 minutes to get to the cells in your body. So
Okay.
inhale, and this, for instance, if I inhale lavender, my nose hairs, the olfactory hairs, picks up the oil and takes it to the blood brain. It passes the blood brain barrier, and your brain sends it to your nervous system, and it
Uh-huh.
calms your nerves down. It's like
Wow.
God has arranged it so that when you inhale that oil, your brain knows where to take it to. It's
Wow.
something that science really haven't figured out yet, because they ain't
Mm-hmm.
supposed. You know what I mean? That's something magical about the oil
Mm-hmm.
nose. Like when you get that clove oil, it's gonna deaden that nerve and that toothache. But
Ooh,
oh,
man. Boy, you dropping. Woo, y'all better get this
best
stuff. I'm
place-
telling you.
and the best place to put the oils is on your wrist, where it gets into your body the fastest. That's
Mm-hmm.
one entry. Behind
Mm-hmm.
your ears, behind your neck, the top of your head, the roof of your mouth. You put a drop on your thumb and put it on your roof of your
And
mouth.
you make these oils?
No, well, what oils, they come from plants, right? And it's a still distillation process that it goes through. I get my oils from straight from India, okay? Because I was buying oils from different places and found out they weren't really good quality oils.
Okay,
So
got it.
I got special permission, because
Okay.
I had someone that allowed me to purchase these oils, and
Nice.
found out the reason why I had to get permission, because I found out that other companies from all around the world was going to
Mm-hmm.
India and exporting oils illegally. So
Mm.
hard at first even making a purchase. They kept saying, "Who are you?" and "Who you know?" and the whole
Okay.
bit. So, and
Okay.
my husband, he has a nonprofit, and he said, "Well, she's my buyer," so I was able to get in and get the
Okay.
pure,
Look
get
at
the
you.
pure, get the
Look at
oil.
you.
Go over there still, and then they dilute them with all kinds of stuff over here.
Okay.
So a lot
Okay.
of time when you buy oils here, even when from these known companies, a lot of time it might be 10%, real oils, and they fill it
Right.
up with other stuff. You
Okay.
know, see, when they distill the oil, it comes out kind of gummy, so they have to put a little coconut oil just so you can be
Right.
able to it. You know what I mean? But you still should dilute it with carrier oils. So I was fortunate to be able to make those kind. I had to buy a lot of it, but it was worth it, because then I can, if somebody does want it, I don't have to try to pay no bills trying to sell it to them.
Yeah, I
I
understand. I
don't
understand. But so do you have it available for the for the our community?
well, on a smaller level, like my husband keeps saying, "Oh, you should get a website. You should get."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm saying to myself, why is she not marketing this stuff?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
This
one reason.
is just a business.
Because I'm gonna tell you one reason. Because I have been working since I was 13 years old. I, and then when I started with the school district, I gave them 42 years of my life, right?
Okay,
42
so right now,
years
so you
of
retired
school
and you
system.
ain't working
So
no more. I get that.
now
I
I'm
get it.
retired. Now I'm retired, and I taught special needs children.
I get
All
it.
children were my favorite, and they're hard. And I even used my oils on them. I had a
Okay.
student that couldn't stay awake. I used the peppermint oil, kept him awake. He loved my peppermint oil. He
Mhm.
would work, and I had one kid that couldn't sit down. I used lavender on him. He loved the lavender.
Wow.
Worked. I love my students. And so when I retired, I'm like, Dad, what I'm gonna do now? I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just kept using my oil. But like I said, the website and all that, but it sounds like work. Like
It
right
is
now,
work. It
ask
is
for me,
work.
but I'd rather educate than sell. I'll put it that way.
Okay, well then do
But
workshops. Do
but if people I do,
workshops.
and if people do want to, They can call me and we work out something. So,
Okay,
you
you want to give them your phone number? They on here. The people on here, they asking 1,000 questions.
yeah,
They
they can
on here.
call. Yeah, they can call me.
Put it to the test, y'all. Come on. Come on.
Do I
Put it to the
do I
test, y'all.
put
Get a number.
that?
Go get your pens. Go
Do
get
I
your
put it?
pens.
Wait a minute.
Go
Do I
get your
put it in the
pens.
chat? Do I know?
Come on. Put it in there. Put it in
Put it
there.
in the chat. All right.
No, just give it to me. I got it. I'm putting it in.
215 6 6.
She put it in there, y'all. There it is.
Is
Well, you
there?
heard it right here on Bring It to the Table. It's about that time, y'all. We had it. We had her tonight. Oh my gosh, she dropped bombs. She let you all know why it is important to take good care of yourselves and to venture off into holistic health and wellness for the African American community. Stop taking all of these laboratory medications and go into natural wellness and health and essential oils and taking care of yourself. And she went down a plethora of things that you can be using to take care of yourself for diabetes and for blood pressure problems. And y'all know that runs
Yeah. Yeah.
rapid in the African American community. So rewind the tape, watch it, click like and share, put your comments. Please, her number's in the chat. You can call her up. Thank you so much, Althea, for coming on. We really do appreciate you. Philadelphia loves you. I'm in Atlanta now. I have my Atlanta audience. They love you. They're on here too. I see them. They love you. So
Thank
thank
you.
you. And listen, God bless. I appreciate you coming on, spreading all of the information for Black History Month. Thank you so much.
You're
Till
welcome.
next time.
Yeah.
See you next time. They said, don't forget the sea moss. Yep. They said, don't forget the sea moss. This
Yes.
was great. They're
Don't forget.
saying everything. They're saying totally, you're totally responsible. You're still getting compliments in there. Lynn was
Oh,
there. Thank you, Miss Johnson, for coming. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you all. They saying wonderful job. Wonderful job. They're saying.
they
Right.
enjoy.
They're still on there. They're not disappearing. The line to chat, they're still chatting right now. It's over. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Okay. Thank you for having me too. I really